Alright, so right now we're going to be doing the onboard camera shot with the GoPro. As you can see, I made this mount for the GoPro. It's pretty compact, it's very strong. Hopefully it will not fly off. I used 3 of these 5L beams to secure it. For this shot, we're going to try 1080 pixels with widescreen super view, so that should be interesting. It's at 48 frames per second. We're going to see how this turns out. Hopefully it turns out very nicely. We'll see how these shots end up. Alright, we're going to press the record button. Let her fly. It's not as far as I expect. It's probably because the weight of the camera. I'd say it went 5 meters, 6 meters. There you go. And I'm gonna change the background each time just to keep things interesting. Alright, let's go 1080 pixels, 60 frames per second. Trying to avoid big cracks like these because low ground clearance and it'll very easily bottom out, which won't be good for my pieces. And I'm actually going to try to get over that bump just to see what happens. Nothing. Really surprised. Alright, let the spiker guy go. Here we go. One of the worst decisions I have ever made on this channel. Right in the way there. Alright, I'm just gonna do it. Here we go. Nothing happened, which I'm glad of. We're trying again. This is not turning out as bad as I thought would happen, but hoped it wouldn't. We need to try something even more dangerous. It's hard to find a spot suitable for filming. Everything's wet and there's big icebergs back there. You can tell these were definitely not made for outdoor use. What we're gonna do is get some high action shots. We're gonna say goodbye to this because really I'm gonna be ruining this. But it's for you guys. Remember that. We're gonna jump over this. It should work and it should ruin too. I don't know if this is a smart idea, but it kind of popped into my head and I don't know if I should do it. But we're lacking so many shots right now because, you know, those kids came over and not the ideal conditions right now, and my other camera died, so I'm thinking, see if we can dodge some cars.
Got a lot of weight on the rear, so the tires hook up pretty well, unless, you know, wet.
Let's see if we can actually... That guy's looking at me like, wait, where are you in the road? Damaged. Man, that guy's looking at me too. He's still looking at me. He's still looking at me. He's still looking at me. Oh my goodness.
Would you look at that?
So I built this thing. It's a power functions box, medium motor. It uses differential and it's geared down, and I can actually adjust the steering angle. Oh, the sun is out. Would you look at that? So beautiful. Let's move the GoPro mount to this. Alright, we got it off the car. Now we're gonna transfer it to this. Trying to calibrate where to get this to hit. So right there looks good, and it's still kind of curvy, but I can live with it. You know, crossing that road reminds me of this funny incident that happened. I was leaving this place and these 2 kids, they start running across the road in the parking lot. And so Dad's like, nope, and he takes them back. And he's like, you have to look both ways before you cross. Now look to the left. So they look to the left, they start walking, nope, come back. Now look to the right. They look to the right. He's like, all right, look to the left again. They look to the left, look to the right. You have to double check.